Hello students, welcome to CA session. Students, today we will continue the same chapter, chapter 1 computer system. Now students, today we will study about overview of communication technologies. Communication technology, we already know what is it, simply to communicate. Okay, so communication technology nowadays make possible that we used to have the fast, that means speedy communication from one place to another. So here students, some popular communication technologies are, you already know about it, so it is just an overview. So first of all, email. Email means electronic mail and it means sending messages from one computer to another, but we need internet for it. Okay. Now, short message services, that means SMS. So SMS, you know very well, we can send SMS from one device to another device, that means mobile phones. We can transfer 160 characters at a time in a single SMS. If the message is long, then it will be automatically split up into several parts and the receiver will be able to receive all the messages. Now, video conferencing. Video conferencing, that means simply having the live visual communication between two or more people, and that can be done from the distant place. Okay, the people are far apart, they are on distant places and they can see each other face to face and they can talk. So chat services are also available, like the softwares which provide video conferencing facility also provide chat services. So here also we can drop message, means we can simply communicate with the help of small text messages, that is chat. So here there is an example given, Skype. There are many such examples like Gtalk. Many social networking softwares also allow us to make chat, means chat. We can chat with the softwares as well as we can have video conferencing. Nowadays you have seen WhatsApp also have the same service. We can simply drop text messages, that means we can chat as well as we can have video calling with it. Now students, we will go through blogs and wikis. These are also services, means various communication technologies. So blogs are actually individual web page, like I can also make my blog. There are websites which allow us to make blogs like blogger.com or blogspot.co.in. So the blogs are actually the short version of the word web blog. Okay, web blog was the word which is in short now known as blog. So it is only a journal, a diary or a news column in which the post will be in the reverse chronological order. Like you might have seen in the Facebook also, we can see the latest status first. So same here also, the latest post will be seen first. Okay, so there are various blogging websites. Even we can also create blogs in Twitter. So that is a microblog because there is a limitation of characters. Now here, once we write the blogs, then readers can like, share and comment. Now wikis. So in wikis there will be so many pages. Pages will be linked together. Those pages will be editable. And readers can add some pages in it or they can modify also. An example is given, media wikis, Wikipedia, etc. Now microblogging. As just now I told you, Twitter is a microblogging website. That means here we have limitations of characters. We can make the post on daily basis. It is actually a page for an individual person or an individual company. So it is combination of blogging as well as instant messages. In instant messages, we can send short messages. So here it allows user to create short messages to be posted and then can be shared online. Then people can like, share and comment on it. Then document and calendar sharing services. In Google you might have seen we have various facilities of storing the document as well as sharing the document. So in Google Documents you can create the documents, you can share the documents, even you can make calendars in Google and you can share it. Now students, we will know about computers. What is computer? Computer you have seen, it is an electronic device and nowadays computers can perform varieties of operations. Okay, so it depends on the set of instructions that you are provided. Computer, you know very well, it does not have IQ, It does not think by itself. It does not make decision by itself. So here we have to provide the instructions to the computer, and according to that, computer will perform varieties of operations. So here students, you know very well, computer is actually the combination of both hardware and software. They will combinedly convert the data into the information. Okay, they will transform the data into the information. So let's see what are these for. Hardware, you know very well, physical parts of the computer, the devices which are connected with the computer like mouse, keyboard, monitor, printer, etc. Softwares, they are actually installed in the computer. These softwares will actually give instructions to the computer and the computer will perform accordingly. Okay, so softwares are actually instructions, or we can also say program that tell computer what to do. Now data. Data is unprocessed raw facts and figures. Like if you have to prepare the document. So in the beginning, whatever you insert in the document, that is raw facts and figures. And after completing the document, the final document that you want after the processing, that is information. Okay, so it refers to the processed data, and we can also call it meaningful data. Now students, we will learn about functioning of computer. Functioning of computer means simply taking the input, then carries out some process on it, and then after that producing of the output. So here it is actually based on IPU cycle. Its full form is input, process, output. Okay. So with the help of input devices, we can insert data into the computer. With the help of CPU, the processor will process the data, and the final output will be either shown on the monitor or it will be printed on the paper. So the functional components of the computer system are, there are 4 functions of computer. First of all, it accepts the data. So it accepts data from the input devices like mouse, keyboard, microphone, joystick, light pen, etc., scanner and all. Then process the data. So for processing, I already told you, processor is there fixed in the motherboard. So here it will process the data and will give us the final result. So final result will be shown on the output device. Output devices means monitor, printer, plotter, speakers, etc. Now, as we got the final output, it depends on us. Like if we want to save it, we can save it. So to save, we need storage. Okay. So on computer, you know very well, we have various options, like we can store it on the hard drive, in a pen drive or CD, etc. Okay. So the final result can be stored on the system. So students, only this much for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.